Hey, so today I'm about to finish my first art project of the year, and it's going to be a collage. So I know that that's super easy, but they are my favorite because they're super easy. So I already have two collages in my room. I have one behind you and then one over to that side. Both of those I've made over 5 years ago. This picture behind me is the one I'm trying to replace because it's been here for a long time. Since we moved here, it's been here, so over 5 years. And I'm tired of it. It's a nice painting, and if I have a house of my own, I would probably still display it somewhere. But I'm kind of tired of it being here. I'm done. So I thought if I compiled all of my favorite albums, I could create a collage that truly meant something to me and that would kind of tell a story of where I've been and where I am now. So I've printed off a lot of album covers. There's 37 here, but I'm only going to be able to fit 35 inside the frame. So I have to cut 2 of these, which is sad, but you know, oh well. So these are 5 by 5, 5 inches by 5 inches. The frame is 47 by 40 inches, and this one back here is, did I say 47? I meant 27 by 40 is for the frame I'm going to put it in. This one is 27 by 39.5, so it's going to be the same size. So I'm very excited. One, because I have a hole, not a hole, it's like chipped paint, and it just doesn't look good, so I needed something that would be just as big. I'm going to show you the process of me picking out which albums are going to go where. I got to figure out if I want to go alphabetically, if I want to go yearly, like which album came out first to last, or if I want to go by color scheme. I'm very color oriented. I have things organized by color usually. So I don't know if I want to do that or not though, because I kind of want to group, if I have more than one album by an artist, I want to group those together, you know, and so don't know exactly how this is going to go yet. I really want it to look good, so but yeah, let's just get started. Okay, here's what we're going to be using today. This is just a cheap Walmart frame. It costs about $20. The main thing that's going to cost you your money is your prints. So when you print 5 by 5, I'll show you. When you print 5 by 5, you can only fit 1 per page. You could finagle it to fit 2, but when I was working on it, on the Word document, I could only fit 1. And the nice thing about Word document is that they have measurements at the top of the page and on the side. So it was easy for me to get a 5 by 5. So what we're going to be doing now is just taking this frame apart. And there's these little tabs. I'm going to use a flathead screwdriver just to kind of get it up. So anyways, I'm going to do this and take it apart, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, so now that I've got all of these little tabs up, right there, we're just going to pop it out of the frame. The neat thing about this is that it already comes with a mat. If you had some pictures that were going to fit into these, that would be really cool. And it's just $20, so this is what we're going to use as a background. Don't know if you can tell, but you can kind of see through it a little bit, but it's the best it's going to get. We need a white background, and so this is what we got. I don't know if I want to go by year, because then I'll have to look it up, and it's just going to be a lot of time. So I think what we're going to do now is the selection process. So we're going to have a yes, no, and maybe. This is going to be the yes pile, and then we're going to have a no and maybe. And this one I am going to cut. I love this album so much, but it just doesn't say a whole lot about me. So, alright, so we've cut one, now we got to cut one more. I really don't want to get rid of any of my She and Him albums. If I were to cut one, it would probably be this one because it is a cover album. These are all original. As far as I know, they are. And so I would definitely want to keep these three. So that one's going in the maybe pile. It's a really good album. Like, I love it so much and I sing along to it, but at the same time it is a cover album, so I do have to keep that in mind. So these three, I have to cut one out of these three. It's going to be super hard. I don't want to cut the Postal Service. I don't really want to cut this one either. I think I am going to cut the Postal Service simply because it's not an album that I would stick into my CD player, my car radio, and listen to from beginning to end consecutively. I just know a lot of the songs off the albums and I would listen to them individually, but I never did listen to this full album from beginning to end. So that one I am going to cut, which is sad. I love the Postal Service, but gotta make sacrifices, you know. And maybe I'll do another collage to go on a different wall. Who knows? So we ended up keeping these two out of the maybe pile. Alright, so now we gotta decide how we are going to organize this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 5 vertically and then 7 horizontally, and that will equal 35. So let's separate these. I think I am gonna go by artist second, but first we're gonna go by when I bought the album, or when I attained the album, because now I don't buy them, I listen to them on YouTube Music, so I don't buy albums anymore, but I used to. So we're gonna go from the top up here to the corner down here, and I've got some glue to use when we have it all laid out. We're gonna use this glue. It's re-stick for up to 5 minutes, which is great because I make mistakes constantly. These are going to be the newer albums down here that I've bought recently, or gotten recently. So this may be overwhelming to look at. Actually, it's overwhelming me too, but I hope you can see everything. Maybe you can see most things. So, how are we going to do this? I'm asking, even though you can't answer. Since these are the oldest ones, we are going to go by this. I bought Everlife first, I believe. Then I bought Hey Monday, Colby Clay, and Paramore. Or did I buy no, we're going to go by this. I'm going to do Parachutes next. And, oh, these actually I have copies of too, so I'm going to do these two next. So those are my 2 One Republic albums. Then I'm going to do Coldplay. I've got Fits in the Tantrums. Oh, Owl City. Owl City's really wonderful. I'm going to put that one after the One Republic album, because they came out around the same year or very close, and I'll listen to them at the same time, or near the same time. So then we're going to put Keen. Please tell me how to pronounce that, because I do not know. I've had trouble my whole life. Well, however long I've known them. So I'm going to put Keen after Coldplay, then Fits in the Tantrums. I think I'll do Muse next. Muse will be next. This one is a Phoenix album, Bankrupt. It came out a while ago, but I didn't really listen to it until college, and I just remember getting it from the library and going to college. College was an hour away from where I live, and so I had a long time to really get to know this album, and it's wonderful. Really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to do either She and Him or Grow Inland next. But Ali and AJ was a part of my CD case, so I think I'm going to do them after the girls, you know, Everlife and Hey Monday, Colby Calais Paramore. I think I'm going to put it after Paramore. She and Him, I want to do these in order as well. So we got Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and then the Classics album. I want to put Bridget Mendler's Nemesis after that, or either after Groenland. I think I'm going to do Groenland next. The 2 Groenland albums. Is that how you pronounce it? I've known them since 2013, and I'm still not quite sure if that's how it goes, but oh well. Okay, so I think next we're going to do Dan Kroll and the Civil Wars, and Lake Street Dive I want to do after that. The Click and Bambi I got about the same time, so I kind of want to wait for them to be closer towards the end. But Blemish and the Great Light, the Blemish and the Great Light I got recently for Christmas. But I had been listening to it on YouTube Music for a long time since, well, it came out in November of last year, so I'd been listening to it for a while. And then my brother got it for me for Christmas, and I thought it was so thoughtful. I don't buy CDs anymore because my car doesn't take CDs, but it was just so thoughtful. I've got it on display. So, we did Half Moon Run next, and now we're going to do Hippocampus. And we're going to do the ADR after Hippocampus. Okay, these are the 2019-2020 albums right here. So we've got to put these in the order in which I got them, which is going to be hard because my memory is crappy. This one came out this year, so it's going to go at the end, I believe. I listened to that on a business trip with my mom, so we had a lot of fun with that one. Okay, so we're going to do Vampire Weekend next. And then we're going to do Leylons. We're going to do Maggie Rogers. We're going to do Fur. Then we're going to do No Not Yet, Surfaces, and Tennis. I finally finished it. It took me forever to glue all of this down. For one, I was kind of scared that I was going to be crooked with a lot of it, and it's not perfect, like, at all. And now I've got to get it in the frame, so I've got to maneuver the glass over it, so yeah, I hope this turns out okay. Oh my goodness. And here it is, finished. I am so proud. My first art project finished in a year and a half, and it turned out so well. There are some things that are a little bit crooked, but honestly, I can't really tell. Just very excited about it. Alright, let's get this on the wall. Say goodbye to this guy that's been with me for 5 years. Bye. And I don't know if you can tell, but here's the hole in the paint that I'm talking about. I tried to cover it up with acrylic paint and it just didn't turn out right. And before we moved here, people just drew all over these walls and it's just a mess. And yeah, we're going to cover that up. Alright, I'm terrible with hanging stuff up, so we'll see how good I do with this. Looky there. I think it looks a lot better, in my opinion. Or at least it looks new, which is what I needed. Covering my wall with art that other people made, a collage of art that other people made for my favorite artists. It's kind of cool. It means a lot, and I'm very happy with it.